Welcome to Manoj Beniwal Computer Science classes. Our today's topic is passing string, list, tuple and dictionary to a function. The learning outcomes are on the screen. So now let's start our lecture. Dear students, today we are going to discuss the topic passing strings, list, tuple and dictionary to a function. Till now we have passed simple values or variables to the function. But now we will see that how the string, list, tuple and dictionary can be passed to a function. I have taken a common example that a concat function, common operation, that concatenation of two strings, two list, two tuple and two dictionary. So I will take a concat function. I will pass two string, then two list, then two tuple and two dictionary, and then function will concatenate them. So let's see how it will work and how we can pass the string, list, tuple and dictionary to a function. So let's see one by one. First, passing a string to a function. So let's explain it with the help of the coding examples directly. See here, I have taken a function concat which takes two arguments. Then I put a plus symbol between that and it will copy in it and it will return then this s. So in the main program I take two string hello and world, st1 and st2, in which value is hello and world, and I pass that in the concat function. This value of this st1 will be copied into s1 and value of this st2 will be copied in s2. So now s1 s2 are two string values. When plus symbol in over string, it always gives concatenation. We already have studied it in 11th class in detail, these all operators and all these things, and string, list, everything in detail we have studied. So this plus means concatenation. So in s we will get hello world and then it will return, and st will get the hello world value and we will print that. So this hello world will be the output. In this way we can pass to string value to a function, and from that function we are getting the concatenated string. Here two string are passed, concat which concatenates these two strings and returns the resultant string. Main part print the resultant string. So this is the brief summary. So let's see this code here. The similar code I have put here, that hello and world two string I pass and it concatenate them and returning and printing in the main. So let see the output. It should be hello world. See here, the output is hello world. So hello and world, two strings get concatenated and a single string becomes hello world. So we pass two strings to the function and then it operate on them and return the concatenated string from that. So in this way we can pass a string to a function. This is passing a list to a function. So similarly, let's take two lists now instead of two strings and then pass these two lists. So this list L1 is taken. See this code here. List L1 is taken in main function, L2 is taken, and these two lists then are passed to the function. They will be copied here. So this L1 will be copied to L1 in the formal argument, and this L2 in actual argument will be stored in the L2 in formal argument, and then this plus symbol is there. So plus have the same meaning in list also, concatenation. It will concatenate, it have the same meaning. So it will concatenate the two lists. So the result will be like this. The first list element will be there, and then last list element will be there, and a complete list will be there. So output we will get like this. So we pass two lists here, the function concatenate them and returning them. So in this way we can pass the list. So now let's see this with the help of an Python example. See this same code, similar type of code I have written here. Two lists are there, L1 and L2. And then we pass these in this function call is there, then concatenation between two lists is there, then returning as in L we get the resultant list. So now we will print it. Let's see the result here. After running this program, see there, this is a concatenated list. This is concatenation of the two lists we get here. So in this way the list can be passed to a function. Here is some explanation of this. Two list L1 and L2 are passed to as actual argument. L1 is assigned to L2. Already we have discussed it. L2 is assigned to L2, and then in this way, and then L1 and L2 get concatenate and return the result in L, and it is printed. Main function printed. So in this way we can pass the list and can handle the list in a function. See here how we can pass a tuple to a function. Passing a tuple, similar type function I have taken. Let it also explain this with the coding example. Similar concat function I have taken. There are two variables. Just the difference is that I'm passing now two tuples T1 and T2. I have taken two tuples. I'm passing these two tuples. Similar plus operator will be the concatenation, similar on tuple also, and then concatenated tuple will be in the T. This will be the output. It works in the same way as concatenation of two lists. Resultant tuple is obtained and printed in the main. So we will get the tuple like this. Only this parenthesis is instead of that list symbol. It is the only difference is this. So now let us see it with coding example. See here there are two tuples T1. This is T1 and this is T2, and I pass this T1 T2. They are copied in small T1 and T2. Then concatenated T1 plus T2. It will perform concatenation. It will return T. That will be assigned in capital T and then print T. So it will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 concatenated single tuple. So let run this code and see the output. See here. This is the resultant tuple, which is concatenation of two tuples. In this way we can pass a tuple to a function and we can perform some operations. In the next lecture we will see the mutability and immutability properties regarding these parameters, but that is in the next period we will see it. So in this way we pass the tuple and we get the resultant combined tuple, concatenated tuple. Now let's move to the dictionary. So let's take the same example, similar type of example. To dictionary we pass and we take the same concat function. It is taking two argument now, but in this case the scenario is somewhat different. Actually scenario is different because plus operator is not defined on dictionary. It is not a concatenation of two dictionary. We cannot use plus operator to concatenate two dictionary. For that there is a special library function update, and when we write this d1 dot update d2, so it will add the element of d2 in d1 and change will be in d1. d2 will be as it is, no change will be in d2. d1 will be the calling dictionary d1 dot update, which is calling it this update function, that will get updated. That's why we return here d1. So in this example I take two dictionaries d1, here key value pair, one is key, Ram is value, 2 is key and Shyam is value. Another dictionary here 3 is key and Ramesh is value, 4 is key and Rakesh is value. I pass these two dictionary and try to print in the main. The output will be like this. First element of first dictionary, second element of first dictionary, first element of second dictionary, second element of second dictionary, and this will become a combined or concatenated dictionary. The explanation is written here. So far concatenating two dictionary, update library function of dictionary is used, as plus operator is not defined on dictionary. Here we can pass strings, list and tuple and dictionary to a function. So let us see this example of dictionary with the help of a Python program. See here this code. There are two dictionary T1 T2 I have taken. I have taken the name T1 T2 here, not D1 D2. So now I pass this in this and I will use the update operator. Here I am using I'm updating T2 instead of T1, and that's why I am returning T2. And then this print T. So it will first take 3 Ramesh, 4 Rakesh, and then it will take 1 Ram and 2 Shyam. See, let's see the output by running this code. This will be the output. First element second dictionary, and second element of second dictionary, first element of first dictionary, and second element of first dictionary, because we called T2 dot update T1 here. So that's why it is returning a combined list where elements of second dictionary are coming first and last dictionary are coming after that. So this was the how we can pass the strings, list, tuple and dictionary to a function. We were concerned only to how we can pass it and just there perform a simple operation and again return the result. We are not taking into consideration the mutability and immutability properties. That we will discuss in the next lecture. So this was from today's lecture. So thank you very much, dear students.